Hi guys, it's Mina. Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a very special pour. This one is Libra that I know several of you have been waiting for, and I appreciate your patience. The broken leg kind of messed me up for a couple weeks there. But we're doing much better. We're back in the garden and we're going to do it today. So let me show you my colors first, and then we will layer our cup and go ahead and get started. Where should we start? This first one is Arteza's Pearl Pistachio. And I have mixed everything kind of thick today because I want to be doing a double wandering ring pour and I want to keep my lines intact. So Arteza's Pearl Pistachio, one of my favorite colors, and I saw Fiona talking about that one when talking about me. It was just so cute. She's so sweet. I love Fiona. Go check out Fiona Art if you get a chance. I know most of you probably already watch her, but I love Fiona. Anyway, this next one is in honor of our lovely Sarah Mac, DecoArt Extreme Sheen in Sapphire. This is such a pretty color. So Sarah is a Libra, and so I was thinking a lot about her when I was getting the colors ready and when I was reading the stories and researching, and so this is DecoArt Extreme Sheen Sapphire. So this next one is Amsterdam Red Violet. All my paint is mixed with Liquitex Gloss Medium and Floetrol and the paint. There's no water in anything today. So that's the Red Violet from Amsterdam. This one is DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. Because we got to do gold if we're going to do a Sarah pour. This one is one I just found recently. This one is Amsterdam's Expert Series. This is Indigo. Such a beautiful, beautiful color. Nice, deep, dark, luscious navy color. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this one is also Amsterdam. This is their Pearl Blue. So it's got just sort of a kind of a blue sheen to it in the light a little bit. I don't think you can see it right here in the shade. But that's the Pearl Blue, which I'm using instead of white. And this one also was indigo, but I added a touch of black to it, and my touch was just a little heavy apparently because it's very black. So we're going to be using this one as our flow extender. So it was indigo, and I added a tiny bit of black. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we have our colors. Let me actually tell you the story about Libra first. So Libra is the astrological sign represented by the scales. And it actually is interesting because that is the only one of the astrological signs that is not a human or an animal. So it's an inanimate object, the scales. Libra is from September 23rd until October 22nd. Libra's traits: they are very loving, they are very loyal, very clever people. They don't like confrontation, so they're always looking to be the peacemaker and fix conflicts around them because they like people around them to be happy too. Balance is probably the single most important aspect about Libra, and that's actually what our painting has to deal with today. The scales of justice come from, I think you saw our Virgo pour where we talked about Estrella and hope and leaving hope on earth. But in the constellations, you see Virgo is the symbol holding the scales. So Virgo is the lady, and the scales are Libra that she is holding. And this comes from Themis, the goddess of justice, who was actually Estrella's mother. So the other important thing about Libra is because it's all about balance, that's representing the balance between night and day and light and dark. And why is this really important to us? Well, as humans, as animals, we have what's called circadian rhythms, which certain things happen in the day and certain things happen at night. And it's nice if there's a balance between how many hours we're awake and how many hours we're asleep. And HOA and I were actually talking about daylight savings time and how it's sort of making us use more hours of daylight by getting up earlier, where it kind of throws everything's rhythms off. I have one plant that's it's called a Thanksgiving cactus, and it's so interesting because they start to bloom once the days get shorter and the nights get longer and there's more hours of dark. That sort of triggers something in the plant to start putting out the buds, and then they start to bloom. It's amazing. So those are Thanksgiving cactus. There's also Christmas cactus. But anyway, so that's the story about Libra. Libras are wonderful people. They are very, very kind and loving, and they are very adventurous. They like to experiment with new things. But balance is the most important thing of all of their traits. They are always looking for balance. And let's see, the one negative thing that I actually read about them is that they can be slightly indecisive and non-confrontational. So if they're upset about something, they may not tell you because they don't want the confrontation. So that's pretty much our story about Libra. I think it's a really cool thing. I love that idea of the balance between night and day and light and dark, and we're sort of going to use that as we're playing with our colors here and in our painting. We did one that I've been thinking about lately, again, eyelashes, and I really want to do that again. We did that a little bit with Problem Child, and there was Problem Child, I think, was Tamed. That was the other one we did with the pewter. So we're going to attempt that same double wandering ring pour again and kind of hope for a balance between the two sides. So I'm very excited. Let's get started and layer our cup. What do I want to start with? I'm going to start with some of this pearl. No, I'm not going to start with the pearl. I'm going to start with the indigo. And my paints are thick today. So this is going to be an exercise in balance and control for me to make sure I leave enough paint for the second pour. Okay, so we're going to go down the side of the cup. We're going to do a layer of indigo. And I am going to be using that light dark, how I usually layer my cups. There's the balance thing again. Okay, we're going to put some of this pearl blue in there. And a little bit of gold. And now we're going to come right in with our red violet. And I'm going to actually want a little bit more of that. And I'm going to put the pearl blue on the other side of that purposely because I do actually want it to make pink. When I was looking up the colors for Libra, blue and pink. And I don't actually own any pink paint, believe it or not. That's the pinkest I have. So I'm figuring the red violet with the white should give us a very pretty pink, at least a little bit of it. Okay, let's come in with let's do the sapphire now. And pearl pistachio. And then we're going to do another layer of gold. The pearl pistachio is always so interesting to me because it dries usually very pearly. But I was watching Fiona and she used the pearl pistachio and it actually dried that color, which I was very impressed with. So kudos to you, Fiona. Okay, we're going to do another layer of the white. I'm going to come back to the red violet because I do want that in the pour. I want it to be seen. And we're going to put some, let's see, let's put a little gold on the other side of that. We're getting pretty close. For a 24 by 30 inch canvas, we need about 30 ounces of paint. So this is 16 to about here and it's 21 to the top. So I've probably got about 20 ounces in there right now. Isn't that what I said? Okay. It's a 24 by 36. You can cut that part out and stick it in there. Okay, so let's see. Let's take this off. Okay, last time I think I put some gold down. Oh gosh, I saw the cutest lady, Manon Petit. She was just adorable. I watched her video last night. If you guys get a chance, go check out her channel. She's so cute. I think she was starting to do similar to eyelashes and, but it was adorable. So if you get a chance, go check her out, Manon Petit on YouTube. Okay. I don't think I'm going to put down all right, maybe just a tiny bit. I don't want to use it up though because I need it for the next cup. Okay. So we're just going to put a thin line over here. I am a Capricorn. I am not a Libra. Okay, we're going to start over here, and we're going to go all the way across in a wandering ring pour. Get my foot in a good position. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness? Okay, here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. All that paint come out. Okay, that's awesome. I love these lines that are happening in here. I love how the red violet is there next to the gold, and I love the sapphire coming through with that little bit of pearl sapphire. As usual, my pistachio has gone somewhere else. But that's okay. Okay. All right, let's layer the next cup. I'm going to pretty much do exactly the same thing I just did, if I can remember the order. Okay, some indigo.
Look at the side of the cup.
You're right. You're right. Some pearl. A little bit of gold. Some of the red violet. Some of the pearl again. And what did we do after that? The sapphire. Okay, this time I think I want to put some indigo on the other side of the sapphire. And come back to the pearl again. And the red violet. I didn't use my pistachio, but that's okay. We can use it as a flow extender if we need it. And we're going to end this one with some indigo on top. Okay. So we have a little bit of gold left. Let's put that down here. And so the purpose of this is to give our paint a little bit of something to slide on. And since there's gold underneath the painting, as this slides around, it stretches the gold with it, and we might get some cute gold cells coming up from that. So that's the reason for that. Okay, are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
I am, my love.
Okay, here we go. That's awesome. Very pretty. I love this right here where I changed it up and I put the sapphire next to the indigo. I like that a lot. That's gorgeous. Okay, very cool. So now we're going to take this flow extender, this indigo that I darkened up a little bit too much, and we're going to thin it out a little bit more because I still feel, well, actually before I thin it out, see, it is thinner than this stuff, but not a lot. I'm going to put a line of this over here. And a line over here. All right. Now, okay, now I'm going to thin it out and we're going to put it around the rest as sort of a base coat, flow extender. So I have a question for you guys. I noticed when I'm doing my rings, I'm going clockwise. But in a lot of videos I watch, a lot of you guys go counterclockwise. So I'm curious, do you go clockwise or counterclockwise? And do you even know that you go counterclockwise? I just think that's really interesting. You have a chance to wipe the wet paint off your stuff as soon as you can. And I kind of have this urge to put some pistachio in the center there, since we do have such a big space. I'm just going to put a little bit right down here in the middle. And maybe some sapphire and white too.
Is it going to leave a big area in there?
Huh?
Isn't that going to leave a big area of that color?
It'll move. A little bit of pearl. Okay. All right. Let's torch this, and then we'll tilt. Okay. All right, so let's even these out. It looks like there's a little bit more paint in this one in the center than right here. So I'm gonna bring this one down a little bit, and then we're gonna go back and... Okay, here we go. Okay, that's good. It's just touching that other line of black. Perfect. So now those two are connected. They're not two separate lines anymore. They're actually attached to each other. Okay. I'm gonna go off this edge right here. Just keep tilting it a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more black right here just so it slides nice and easy. And we don't have to fight it and lose most of our paint. And that is the function of the flow extender after all, is to help your paint move. So we're going to take this off this edge right now. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to bring this back this way. Okay, I'm going to take it down a little bit. And then off that edge. Maybe a little bit more. Beautiful line. That's cool. I'm going to bring the weight of the paint back towards this way a little bit because I don't want to lose a lot of it. I'm going to go down that way a bit too. And you want to tilt slowly so your lines don't get all wavy and weird, like mine are getting a little bit. Take that down, go off that bottom edge, and let it slide. Oh, this is cool. What do you think about this black right here? Should I try to take some of that off? I really like this.
Balance out the other side?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take some of that black off at the bottom. And just go nice and slow. If you want your paint to move faster, tilt it higher. If you want it to move slower, lower it down a little bit. I can see where the weight of the paint is, so I'm sort of lining it up of where I want it to fall off and cover up that dark area down there, the indigo that was our flow extender. And almost there. Come over a little bit. Come back over this way a little bit. Even that out. Okay, I'm not crazy about that big glob of sapphire at the end, but that's okay. Alright, I'm going to take the weight of the paint back to the other end a little bit now. And bring our lines back so that they're straightening out a little bit. I think we're going to take some of this off at the bottom over here and really stretch out the top part. I want to get rid of this zigzaggy part right there. Take it back down the other way. That's really cool. Okay, that's kind of awesome. This needs to open up a little bit. What do you think about that line in the center? Should I maybe do a gold bam through the middle of it?
That's a great idea.
Let's do a gold bam. That's pretty cool. I'm just going to take what's left in my cup and just go over this corner because it seems to have gotten missed. And lucky for us, it's the same colors we've been using. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's give this one more torch. And then I think we're going to be done because our gardener guy is here with the leaf blower. Do now is just kind of go back and forth just a little bit to incorporate that line of gold that I just put in there. I love this top section over here. It's amazing. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good to me. So we're going to let that dry, and I will show you guys when it's dry. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I really do appreciate all of you, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so this is Libra. You guys, this turned out so pretty. Just really, really beautiful colors. And these sides over here where it's kind of like that dark indigo with all those beautiful cells in there is just so beautiful. Really, really loving this one. There's that DecoArt sapphire and the gold. More cells. The indigo must be kind of transparent because that's what the cells are popping up through, but this corner right here, this is my absolute favorite. Just gorgeous. Really, really beautiful lines in there and all those cells popping up through the indigo. Very, very pretty. I really like this piece a lot. This is Libra. This has the permanent red violet and the sapphire from Extreme Sheen and 24 karat gold and the pearl blue. So this one is really cool. I love this piece. I love these cells. So this one turned out awesome. So this is our tribute to Libra and Themis, the goddess of justice, and all the Libras out there. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We have some exciting stuff coming up for you. We're gonna try to make a Black Friday sale happen, which should be really cool, and some other really neat things. So keep watching. Thank you guys so much for your time. We really do appreciate you. We will see you very soon. Bye-bye.